Imagine you're in ancient Athens, the birthplace of democracy. Philosophers are debating in the streets, citizens are voting on laws, and everything seems like a golden age of freedom.
How do you tea?
But one man, one legendary thinker, wasn't having it. His name?
Democracies?
And he hated democracy. Wait. The father of Western philosophy against democracy? Yep, and his reasoning might just blow your mind. Today, we're diving into why Socrates thought democracy was dangerous, how his warnings eerily connect to modern psychology, and what it says about us as voters. Let's go. So let's set the scene. It's the 5th century BCE. Athens is a direct democracy. No senators or presidents. Citizens vote directly on decisions. Sounds ideal, right?
Socrates.
This cranky old philosopher starts raising eyebrows. He walks barefoot through the marketplace, questioning people, not to be annoying, but to expose ignorance. Socrates believed that wisdom should rule society, not popularity. And in 399 BCE, after years of stirring the pot, the people had had enough. He was put on trial, accused of corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods. The jury, made of ordinary citizens, voted to execute him. So yeah, he had reasons to be skeptical of democracy. Socrates gave us one of the most powerful metaphors in political philosophy, the ship analogy, said. Imagine a ship in the middle of a storm. Would you want anyone on board to steer it? Or would you want someone who's trained, wise, and understands navigation? Democracy, to Socrates, was like letting the passengers vote for a captain, based on charisma or catchy slogans instead of expertise, he argued. Just like not everyone should be a doctor or pilot, not everyone should make decisions about war, law, or justice without deep understanding, not policy. Sound familiar? Think about modern elections. Charisma often wins over competence. People vote based on emotions, biases, even memes. And this wasn't just philosophy, it was psychology. Fast forward 2,000 years, and modern psychology starts catching up with Socrates. In the 20th century, researchers like Gustave Le Bon and Daniel Kahneman explored how irrational crowds can be. Spoiler alert, Socrates was right. Cognitive biases, like the Dunning-Kruger effect, show that people with the least knowledge often think they know the most. And in democracy, those people vote too. Groupthink can suppress critical voices. Confirmation bias makes people only see what they already believe. Emotional appeals can overpower facts. Socrates didn't hate freedom. He feared unchecked freedom without wisdom. To him, democracy was like giving a toddler a sword. Power without maturity. In Plato's Republic, Socrates describes democracy as the charming form of government, where freedom becomes chaos, and people start mistaking license for liberty. He even predicted that democracy would lead to tyranny. How? When the crowd becomes frustrated, they might elect a strongman, someone who promises order, not unlike how populism has surged in modern times. To Socrates, philosophy was slow, hard, and uncomfortable. Democracy was fast, impulsive, and emotional. He wanted truth. Democracy often wanted comfort. And in the end, it was democracy that voted to kill him. A man who had committed no violent crime, only asked too many questions. So what can we learn? Socrates reminds us that a vote is a responsibility, not a reflex. Democracy can work, but only if voters educate themselves, question assumptions, and value wisdom over popularity. It's not that Socrates wanted dictatorship. He feared a mob pretending to be wise. He dreamed of a system led by philosopher kings, rulers trained in ethics, logic, and virtue. Maybe that's unrealistic, but maybe every voter needs to be a bit of a philosopher. So the next time you see a catchy political slogan or feel fired up by a tweet, pause. Ask yourself, what would Socrates question here? Because democracy isn't just about voting, it's about thinking. If this made you think, hit that like button, share it with a fellow curious mind, and subscribe for more philosophy meets psychology content every week. Till next time, stay wise, question everything, and don't let the mob do your thinking.